Hi guys, so today we are going to check out and review the performance for Silverfang over the past week. So today is the last day of his banner. Right now there's only 20 hours left to pull him, and frankly speaking I am not very impressed by how he has basically doesn't do much. So I'll explain why in a moment. Okay. Now the problem with Silverfang is that his entire mechanism revolves around block and shields, correct? And in my server, which is server 23, everyone has a king. Now king is such a hard counter for Silverfang that it completely destroys him. He might as well not be there. He might as well be invisible. And you can see Rainy as a king. Turns out this is pronounced Chang Lang. My Chinese sucks, by the way. So he has a king. He has a king. He has a king. Okay. That's already what, 4 people? 5 people? 6 people? Okay. 7 people? Okay. I'm not sure if Zonky has one. Okay, 8 people. I don't know who is this guy. Okay, finally he doesn't have one. But that's why he's 10th place, right? Because he doesn't have a king. So the problem with competitive top 10 servers like this is that when everyone has a king, Silverfang might as well just not be in your lineup, because first of all, you cannot block extra damage, which means that his passive, which increases block rate for 2 turns, doesn't do anything, and extra damage also pierces tenacity, meaning that it still doesn't do anything. So he really doesn't perform in the current meta. And the sad news is that by the time he becomes relevant during the Zombie Man time, he actually has other alternatives that are almost evenly matched up with him, like Super Alloy. By that point in time, some people might have 5-star Super Alloy, which is much cheaper than LSSR. And some people will be running Tank Top, which I don't level, but Tank Top is obviously something easy to get to 5 stars. Also a column attacker as well, he deals damage. So where does that leave Silverfang? Now I tried to test him out on various activities in the game, and the cruel truth is that he doesn't do anything. He flat out doesn't do anything even in the PvE sectors of the game. His damage is... It's okay if you go pure attack, but there are other units that do that job much better. He has trouble staying alive in PvP against King, and overall, even a strong Tatsu can pierce through his block and shields if you put a 5-star Tatsu with maxed out gear against him. So, sadly to say, I've downgraded my rating of him quite significantly, especially since, as you can tell, it's not like I'm doing it with a poorly leveled Silverfang. I actually invested a ton of resources into him. He's 4 diamonds, orange 4, 3 stars. I put decent gear on him. I didn't give him trash gear. He has 4-piece suit, block rate, block HP percent, HP orange. Okay, not all leveled up yet, of course, but even after maxing those out, the maximum stats you'll see here is probably another 100k at most. So where does that leave us? I feel like if you are an F2P, it's a 100% skip unit. And ironically, because King is such a hard counter to him and has potential in the mid-term, I have revised my order of recommended units. So, if you are looking at the screen, it's quite straightforward. I've swapped the places of King and Silverfang. Now, why do I rank King above Boros? The main issue with Boros is that he doesn't have any major utility until Giro Giro, which is only out in say 5 to 6 months. And currently, if you level a Boros, you will find that if the opponent has a Carnage that has talent tree, the unyielding will basically get cause the damage of Boros to be reflected to his own team. Now I know a lot of you have been seeing Pretty Boros' video. He's a good friend of mine as well, and you've been commenting that Boros can be used to tank the Gayu club boss. Now, as true as that is, it doesn't change the fact that for most, if not majority of players out there who are not 100% focused on Boros, for the resources you can allocate to him, he is not ideal. Now, talking about the rest and why I have weird numbers now. Last time, if you look at my old video, I didn't have these weird numbers. It's because, as you may know, there was a change up in the order of units in the C version of the game. By right, Meta Bat is a very early unit. He should have been out 1 or 2 banners ago. He should have been right after King. But instead, we haven't even seen him. And we got Meta Knight early, as well as Silverfang early. So that is a total of 1 to 2 variations of timing where the units will come out. Now, I doubt that they will do something crazy like bring Giro, Phoenix Man, or any of these units out too early. But there are a couple of units that I'm sure they will mess around with in terms of the release order. First one is, I've been saying it, I have been trying to spread this rumor that Flashy Flash might be one of the next few units. And of course, everyone needs Zombie Man to progress, so I don't think they will dare to fuck around with Zombie Man. At most, he comes out earliest next banner or the December banner. Okay? Now, I'm worried that they'll push Garo too far back, but at the same time, I'm also aware that they might decide to do Goketsu or Flashy Flash before Garo. I don't like that, but for F2P, that's a great thing. And for me, it's a bad thing. But for you guys, if they do that, you can basically save up banners for Zombie Man, then wait 1 month and skip one of the units in between. Hope it's Flashy Flash for you, and then draw Garo after that. So that will be great for you, not for me. Okay, now with that being said, where are we right now in terms of the meta game and stuff to do? So I know, as usual, everyone's bored. You probably are wondering, where does the game go from here? Now, I just want to run through once more that the current lineups in the game you're looking at, they are mainly focused on killing the opponent as fast as possible. But the moment Zombie Man comes out, it's going to change, because Zombie Man has 2 aspects about him that make your team very tanky. First one is that not only does he revive, when he outs and when your characters take a turn, your whole team heals for a specific percentage of health. That's like having every single unit have an automated Carnage ultimate. Okay. And secondly, the composition of Zombie Man's core, unlike the other cores you've seen so far, is 3 grapplers and 1 duelist. So you'll actually be using 3 grapplers, so all these grapplers that you're used to will finally have a purpose. You'll probably be seeing Carnage, Garo, Goketsu, Silverfang, Alloy, all these units. So the meta is going to change drastically, and you will not be as bored just because you will have, I guess, longer lasting fights, and you won't feel like you are being one-shotted by bosses like the Geryu boss in the club. So especially when you fight the Boros club boss that's coming soon, you will realize that, okay, for Boros club boss, what do I need to destroy him? You will be looking to actually deal a significant amount of you want to have around 900k HP for your units. So that's basically the meta moving forward, and I just wanted to point that out before some of you go all crazy and say like, okay, what do I want to invest in? And then you put all your resources into like Metal Knight, Atomic. Some of these units will have 0 utility in the next meta. So it's always good to take a step back and look and see what you want to focus on. For me right now, my number 1 investments are just King and Carnage. Everything else I've relegated to tier 2. I don't invest in them unless I absolutely have to. Okay, so where does that leave us? Well, I won't want to say too much about meta. I mean, everyone has their own playstyle, but let's go on to do some more chill stuff. Let's do some draws. So level 90 pack gave me a bunch of elite vouchers and omni shards and epic vouchers. Let's see if today is the day we're going to get our Melza or something. I need a lot of end shards, so I've been trying to get epic vouchers because my figurines are not progressing as fast as I would like to, which is not good. Okay, give me a moment. Let me just lower the amount of lag because I realize I have a lot of screens open. Hello? Alright, give me a moment. Okay, back to this. Is it still lagging? Right, whatever. So, as I was saying, I hope that I can get Melza today. If not, worst case scenario, I will just cry in the corner, right? The usual. My problem with the meta game as far as gachaing goes is that this game lets an F2P unit get a new unit every 3 months, which is way too little to be justified. I think once every 1.5 months to 2 months is fair, but 3 months is way too long. It makes you feel like you're stuck in an infinite loop where you'll never get new units. Look, even 50 epic vouchers, which is worth quite a bit, doesn't give a single SSR. And some people are still farming their SR units now, which is very, very sad. As you can see, absolutely nothing. Not surprising at all. But with that being said, I have also just hit level 90. Where is my level? Yeah, I've just hit level 90. So there are quite a few things that I am clearing right now slowly. Not to rush too far forward. So I cleared half of this so far. I have about 3 stages to go. Let me show you the difficulty of the level 90 stages. I actually cannot auto these. It's just too difficult. Or rather I can, but I'm scared that I don't get the star rating. Star rating is very important. Let's see before I kill this guy. I don't know if the video is lagging for you guys. If it's lagging for you guys, I'm sorry because I have no idea what's causing the lag. I am on blue stacks right now. Shouldn't be lagging, but it is. It's unfortunate. So the benefit to playing against Bakuzan, I'm playing with Bakuzan lineups, is that you get a lot of energy to toy around with. I like Bakuzan in general. I think my main concern these days is how to make sure that I don't get wrecked in live clash, but it's getting harder every day. Yesterday I met an Ultra Ultimate Goribas that completely destroyed my lineup in 2 turns. No counters to it. I don't think it's possible to counter something like that. It was crazy actually. He just killed me in 2 turns basically. No counters. And he killed against me like what, 4 times, which is kind of ridiculous actually. The game algorithm and the matchmaking in live clash is so trash. Can't stand it. Alright, so I believe the final boss in this stages is Sub King. There's a Sub King and a Super Sub King, the super OP one. So hopefully I don't get destroyed. As long as he doesn't one-shot my Bakuzan. Because if he one-shots my Bakuzan, I don't get to sweep the stage. Okay, not too bad. I think this is clearable. Because I have Atomic. Atomic's damage is so weak even with maxed out attack gear. It's kind of disappointing. He won't be able to kill my Carnage. I only have to do this once. I tried floor 15 just now for Conquerors and it was insane. The boss one-shots my whole lineup. I don't know how to clear floor 15 alone. I think with other people having Carnage and 3-man Carnaging, it might be possible. 2-man maybe not enough. Oh, I'm missing 5 stamina. Alright, we'll come back later. I can also do the Sub King outside here and get this chest. So just a teaser for what's to come, but I am preparing a video where I have the money, or rather the gems, to do my 100 gear tickets refresh, because at level 90 onwards you actually unlock oranges in here. This shop hasn't refreshed yet, so this is from my level 89. Once it refreshes, there's a chance that an orange will come out. I want to have the gems on hand and available to buy them when they show up. So in C servers, there are only 900 gems, which is a slight discount to Taiwan and CN, where they cost 1,200 gems. And pretty much you want to buy every single orange you see, even if they are not from good sets, because stats are much more important than set for orange gear. Now I'm just going to do this in front of you guys, but don't do this if you're F2P. This is just something that we whales like to do, because this is a major gate for purple items, purple gear. We just buy this every week now because it's necessary. I would buy this now, but I am considering not to. Depends, I'll see by the end of the week. So yeah, I will have a video coming out soon where I draw orange gear. Hopefully by that time you guys will be, still be playing the game. I estimate it'll be in 1 or 2 days. Okay, let's see one last thing before I go off. Just want to see whether I can awaken anything. Looks to be roughly the same. Need fuse 4 of these. Boom. So I've not seen a 3-star player yet, but probably coming soon. I think if people are refreshing, which is so expensive actually, they might be able to get it. I haven't unlocked some of my SAC stuff yet. Alright, all's good. Hope you guys enjoyed this video and it helps you to decide, if you waited till the last day, whether it's a good idea to draw Silverfang. I honestly think it's not worth it, but for those of you who drew him, don't worry, he's basically just alloy, but with, well, he's old. He's like an old alloy, I guess. Alright, see you guys. Bye bye.